The Book of Boba Fett just got hijacked by the Mandalorian, and I'm not mad. So let's recap and review Chapter 5 of the Book of Boba Fett, titled The Return of the Mandalorian. Let's get into it. Okay, I'm gonna try and make this a quick review. Because in this episode, you don't see Boba Fett at all. You see Fennec, but towards the end, and I'm gonna get to that. This episode opens with the Mandalorian. As I said earlier, he's back. Mandalorian has got a job for a bounty in exchange for, if he kills this person or brings them in dead or alive, he can get information as to the whereabouts of where his tribe is. If you remember, when I say tribe, it was that lady Mandalorian, the armor, the lady who would melt the metal and make the pieces for Mando's metal, and her assistant or other tribe member called Paz Bissell. So that's who he's looking for. The guys that helped him out when he was being attacked on Navarro, when he was trying to escape with Grugu. So that's who he's looking for. He, long story short, finds the person that he was looking for. They didn't come quietly, so he kills them. And he carries around that bounty, that person's head, and gives it to the person. Heads back to like this spaceport, and gives the head to the person that knows information as to where his tribe is. So he gets the information, follows the trail, and finds his tribe. They ask him, well, what happened to your leg? Because, okay, I'm trying to understand something. Now, while Mando was trying to fight the bounty, the person that he had the bounty on, he used the dark saber. Remember, he got the dark saber from Moff Gideon in his show. And for some reason, now the saber is heavy. Now, this is how I interpret it. This is what I'm getting. The more you use the blade, the heavier it becomes, like the more attached the blade, or you become with the blade, or whatever you use the blade, the more you use it, it becomes heavier, so you have to really focus in order to move it a little bit more smoother. Okay? Because he shows the blade to the armorer, the lady Mandalorian, and she's like, where you got this from? And he tells her the story of how he got it. And they go into the legend of where it came from. It was created by a Mandalorian / Jedi by the name of Tar Vissel. And so we realize, of course, Vissel, the last name, is Paz's relative. The armorer tells Mandalorian about the whole story, and because Mando also mentioned Bo-Katan and the legend of the saber and their people and whatnot, and what the blade means to them. And so Paz, because his relative created the dark saber, Paz challenges Din Djarin, that's Mandalorian, to try and fight to get it back. Of course, Paz loses, and Mandalorian still has the blade. So the armorer, the lady Mandalorian, asks Mando, did you take your helmet off? And he's like hesitant to tell her, and he admits, like, yeah, I took my helmet off. And she's like, well, you're no longer a Mandalorian. He's like, what? No. And he asks her, well, how can I get back with the tribe? How can I get forgiveness? Because this group of Mandalorians don't believe in taking their mask off. So she says, well, you need to go to the mines, like the underwater mines of Mandalore. With that, Mando needs to find a ship. So he heads back to Tatooine. He gets on a shuttle, like a space bus, to go back to Tatooine. And this is where this part gets annoying. he goes back to the mechanic lady, Pearlie Mato, the old lady in Mandalorian with the droids, and she's just not funny. She's so annoying. And she builds him a ship, and I have mixed feelings about this part. Okay, it's just, it's something, I like it, but then it's too on the nose. The ship that she found for Mando, because she promised him a ship, the mechanic lady, Pearlie Mato, is a royal starship from episode 1. It's one of Queen Amidala's starships. You know, the royal pilots that flew, and the one that Anakin flew. You know, this is pod racing. That ship, that yellow ship. So, but they rebuild it. Mando and Pearlie, or whatever her name is. And it's like, I like that nod, but it's just really. But okay, he gets that ship. He helps her rebuild it. So Mando, then Jaron, tests out the ship. He likes it. He says he has to get used to the controls, but he likes that it's really fast. Towards the end, he brings it back to the mini spaceport that Pearlie Mato has, the old mechanic lady. And so we see Fennec, who comes to Mandalorian and asks him for help, because there's a spice war that's about to go down, like we found out in the previous episode, a war against the Pike Syndicate. Mando was like, I'm gonna think about that for a minute. You know, he's willing to help, but he really wants, now that he has a new ship, Mando really wants to go see Grugu. And that is the end of Chapter 5, The Book of Boba Fett, The Return of Mandalorian. Some people may be mad about this, like, well, wait a minute, this just turned into an episode of Mandalorian. Yeah, I don't care. Me personally, it was refreshing, because it was like, I've been missing Mando, and I'm fine with it. I'm fine, because I'm hanging in there with the Book of Boba Fett overall, but it's been, it's not been a smooth ride. It's what this is, let's not, as Star Wars fans, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni has been dropping hints that they're trying to create their own Star Wars Avengers, you know what I mean? That's what's happening here. They're trying to build a team, and I for me, it's not just this whole spice thing, spice war going on. It's going to build up from this, and it's going to spill over into Ahsoka, into her TV show, and you know, oh God, I got an idea. Now, here's the thing. Mando is going to go visit Grugu. I don't want to see Luke. I don't want Luke in the Book of Boba Fett at all. But here's the thing. Here's who can be in this. So, and I don't know anything. I don't know what's going to happen in these last 2 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett. But here's the thing. This is what I would like to see. Here's how they can kind of get around the whole Luke situation. Because I want Luke to be in Ahsoka's TV show. What if this next episode, Mando goes to visit Grugu, but Luke's not there because he's got his own little private Jedi Academy. He's trying to gather up young apprentices to build up the new Jedi Order, right? And somebody has to be in charge. Some people may think, well, maybe it's young apprentices. What if, like, when Luke is gone, there's a second in command? And wherever they're staying, whatever little planet or island the new generation of Jedi are staying, what if Luke's not there, he's off dealing with other stuff? Mira Jade is there. I know it's a long shot. I know some people are like rolling their eyes like, oh, just give it up, it's not gonna happen. But what if she's there? I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it's just hopeful, wishful, hopeful thinking. What if she's there and she's like, well, Luke's not here, but you know, I'm in charge while Luke is not here. We train the young Jedi together and whatnot, and you know, just like something like, cause so we don't get Luke so early, you know what I mean? Instead of having that whole, you know, Luke thing again, this will be a good chance to introduce a new character, you know? Oh God, and I want her to be shacking up with Luke. I want her to be, listen, if they're not married, let it be Luke's girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want, please. Oh my God. Back to the whole Darksaber thing again. I forgot to mention while he was trying to get that bounty on that guy, the Darksaber was so heavy he accidentally slapped Jaron. Mando accidentally slashed his own leg, and got it injured. So he was going around limping back to trying to find his return the bounty and trying to find his people. And I'm like, how's it heavy? Like I said, I think it's the more you use it, the heavier it becomes, because the armor lady, the Mandalorian lady, was saying, well, you need to focus like that. Use not your physical body, but your mind. So she was talking a little bit about the Force. I thought that was interesting. I just, and again, I know I'm talking in circles. Let's not pretend that we don't know that they're trying to build Star Wars Avengers. At some point, they're building towards a big threat. Mando, Luke, Ahsoka, Fennec, Boba Fett, all are gonna like go somewhere and fight this big threat. And it's most like, well, it's Thrawn. And I believe this is going to lead into a world in between worlds thing. Listen, right now, alternate realities are popular. You see what happened with Spider-Man No Way Home, right? It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's not now, but it's leading up to that. And don't tell me this can't happen. It's too weird. It's too crazy. Because Rebels did it before Spider-Man No Way Home, when Ezra jumped through realities, jumped through time. I can't wait for this. This really got me excited because we're starting to cross over with certain things. I want to see how these 2 episodes, I mean, I want it to be a bang. I want drama. Listen, when we get back to episode 6 and back to Boba Fett, I want crazy. Boba Fett and Luke got beef. Boba Fett's gonna forgive. I know he's on a rejuvenation quest for Boba Fett of like letting go of the past and learning from what hurt him and healing from it, but I don't think he would be cool with Luke. But anyways, I think it's all interesting. Okay, let's talk about my dislikes. Again, Polymato, the mechanic lady, she's so annoying. I wish they would just calm her down, and the droids and them doing silly stuff. I talked about this in the previous episode. Stop with the slapstick with the droids. It's not funny. They are too on the nose with the whole Naboo royal starship. Again, I have mixed feelings about it. I think it's fun, but oh Jesus, it's like, alright, okay, yeah, it's too winking a nod to the camera. Like, okay, I think it would have meant something more if Luke had found that ship. You know what I'm saying? That's his mother's, like, she used to be queen, and that's from his mother's royal guard. You know what I mean? Royal starship or whatever, and that would be more meaningful. I mean, I don't even know if he knows who his mother is. In the comic books, they kind of did that, but now it's changed, so I don't know. And I'm not mad that Mando's in this. I cannot wait. That's my recap review of the Book of Boba Fett. So, what did you guys think? Were you excited to see you know, Mando again. I thought it was refreshing. Yeah, it felt like an episode of Mandalorian more than what we've gotten so far from the Book of Boba Fett, but I found it refreshing. It's crazy. Mando's not even the star of this show. His name is nowhere in the title of this show, and this is the best episode yet of the Book of Boba Fett. That sucks. Oh my god, that's really weird. Yeah, I'm just curious as to what you guys think. Please give a like and subscribe. And thank you for watching the Pearlie review.